According to the CDC, 42.5% of adults in the United States today are clinically obese. Another shocking fact, and even more shocking than this, is that 13.4% of children from the ages of 2 to 5 are also clinically obese in the United States. My name is Evan Betcher, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the importance of a healthy diet. As scary as these facts may seem, it is a harsh reality that obesity is a really growing epidemic in today's day and age, especially in the United States. Now, yes, obesity is a large problem, and it should be dealt with, and it should be obsessed over more because of the effect that it has on people. But there are so many other health issues, such as heart disease, cancer, stress, and eating disorders, and even depression, that are just eating away at everyday people in America and causing them to struggle every single day. I think we can all agree that all of these are problems in today's day and age, and all of these things have one thing in common, and that is that they can be products of simply following a poor diet. Now, everyone has a simple understanding of what a diet is and how we consume food, and how energy is a product of us consuming food, and even a general knowledge of if food is healthy or if it is not. So for example, if I say strawberry, you're going to say, oh yeah, that's a healthy food. Or if I say donut, that's obviously not a healthy food. Everybody has this understanding. An analogy for this is when you go to the gas station and you are choosing gas, and you know which gas is for your specific vehicle, but there's multiple different options. When Dr. Ron Blankstein, a preventive cardiologist at Harvard affiliate Brigham, was asked about the difference a healthy diet can make, Dr. Blankstein stated that most people really aren't aware of the importance of a healthy diet, or they are simply confused on what they should be eating altogether. He went on to suggest that a diet that is strongly based on whole foods and based on plant-based diets or plant-based foods is a step in the right direction. Although it is interesting and worthwhile to look at the new different diets that are all over the internet and the different fad diets and different strategies as to get into shape and to be healthier altogether, I find it to be very overwhelming is one word for it, and very stressful because there's so many different things telling you to follow different diets and to consume different foods, and oftentimes they contradict each other. When Emily Gelsum, a registered dietitian with Harvard affiliate Massachusetts, was asked on this subject, she recommended to try and avoid convenient foods altogether, as best you can at least. These foods such as TV dinners, fast food chains, and even highly processed foods that you see at the grocery store. These foods typically contain preservatives that are really bad for you, and they contain lots of unhealthy fats and large amounts of sugar and sodium content in them. And although they may be nice for storing in the cupboard for months and being able to get out and eating them, and they do often taste really good, they are the equivalents of putting a lot of bad gas into your car. Emily also went as far as to make a top 10 list of her top 10 foods that she keeps around the house, as seen here. It is important to understand that just eating healthy foods, like the ones on this list, isn't going to magically make you a healthy person, and it takes time and it takes effort to do that. Although it might drastically, following these might drastically help your diet based off of the diet you have now. Instead, no, moderation is a key in the vast majority of cases. And if you are focused on staying on a diet, and no matter how much it takes, and being miserable and just trying to get through that often leads to you spiraling and crashing your diet, and that isn't good for anybody, and ultimately it makes you fail your diet, and you will go back to the foods that you were trying to get away from. Eating disorders can also be developed as a product of following a diet the wrong way and putting it before the rest of your health, such as your mental health. So now you may be asking, well, what does a diet look like? What does the proper diet and healthy diet look like, and how do I program that? And I'm here to tell you that when planning a diet out, there's no one-size-fits-all that's going to get you magically from point A to point B without any struggles. And any diet that claims to do so is most likely lying to you, and it is not true. You will often see, as I mentioned earlier, fad diets such as keto and paleo that claim to be the new best thing, and that they are the fix-all for everything. Instead, I suggest conducting your own research and finding what best fits you. Everybody has different lifestyles, and thus everybody needs a different diet. One thing that I truly hope you take away from this is the true significance of a healthy diet, and how a healthy diet can mean so many different things, and also how a bad diet can really hurt you in the long run, and there's so many consequences to a unhealthy diet. You don't need to track every calorie or starve yourself in the process. Instead, it is important to find a diet that allows you to be happy while simultaneously reaching your goals, and then something that can also be attainable in the long run for the rest of your life. Thank you for listening.